I hope you guys know what you're doing, because I don't. Is my mic working? Oh, fuck. Today we tackle on the finals, which has really captured the attention of a bunch of FPS players in the pro and casual scene. I think the public mentality towards battle royales and your typical Call of Duty style games have really taken a back seat, and this game certainly feels refreshing. I don't know, I like it. It's got very smooth movement, great mechanics, and overall a pretty solid adherence to its own identity because it's very unique. We kind of need that. I've personally been getting kind of bored of the same exact game coming out over and over with just very minuscule differences, so. Also, you're welcome. The opening song I use was Undertale. However, the first 20 results were bass boosted, and at that point I thought, I'm sure it'll be fine, to absolutely screw over everybody's eardrums, but I did realize that in my last two videos, and especially the channel identity I was going for was Lo-Fi Gamer, and I thought I'd probably lose that moniker if one out of the 3 videos I made earbanged you guys, so win-win. I keep my gaming identity, and you guys keep your eardrums. It's life is full of win-wins. As a Korean man, I will say that no part of Seoul has ever looked like this to me. So, that's the only negative I have about this game. It's historical inaccuracy. Jokes aside, I personally think that they need to add a few more modes. The game feels very fun, but there is only like 3 modes, and one of them is just the others but in tournament format. So I feel like if they extend that just a little bit, that variety might be able to really bump this game up to the next level. Not trying to make any comparisons here because it's not a battle royale, but that's me teabagging. I realize that my mic doesn't really have a use for a lot of these FPS games because people don't respond, so I end up using the motion of the ocean to get people's attention. At this point, it's self-indulgent. I don't think anybody actually gives a shit when I teabag in their direction, but we pretend. But what was I saying? Yeah, so I'm not trying to make a comparison to Apex because that game is a battle royale and this game certainly isn't. But I think what at least kept a decent amount of the player base in Apex was once they added new modes like control, all this other stuff. I don't know why it controls the only one I'm thinking of. Maybe arenas too. They have different modes for different people. So, just to keep it interesting, I think if the finals also add maybe a death match, maybe a giant 20v20, that would be pretty cool. I don't know if the servers will hold up, but wow. As you guys know, I record footage and record my voice at different moments, but man, I forgot that happened. Jesus. Kobe. Perfect. That's when you see my basketball skills really come into fruition in FPS. When you see me just launch shit like that and hit it, oof. That's just pure, unadulterated talent right there. And this is how I normally look like when I'm playing FPS games. Not for you guys. Just brain dead, you know? Especially in this game, just watching the Wrecking Ball destroy crap, it's so fun to watch. That's all I do. It's not a bit either. I think I hold this for a good 20-30 seconds. Alright, but you see now we're contested. I have to lock it in. I have to zone back in so I don't get reported. Yo, that CPR res machine comes in clutch. I don't know if it's like the meta, quote unquote. I think the finals is going to be that game where, you know, I really play when I need to de-stress, not when I want to try hard. But dude, it's that CPR machine is so it's great. And if you're watching this now, I think this is what I choose to clip as my intro. So I actually record audio from the game and from my own voice, I guess, when I play these games for footage. I don't know why I just kept that entire bit in, watching that dude throw a nade at himself. But yeah, so, you know, I decided if I have a moment where I have like a live reaction that, you know, I want to keep in, and not disturb the pacing of the story or of me storytelling and just doing this voiceover, I'll probably do it like in the beginning, like this video. So decent shots. Watch me miss these 3 melee. 1, 2. Oh, hit the third. Yeah, they put it in really big text, you know, the dead go boom, but for whatever reason I'm allergic to reading, which is strange. As much as I read IRL, if I don't have a book in hand and there's giant billboards, my psyche, it just goes forward, does not register. I don't know if it's a symptom of, you know, chronic ADHD, if it's a symptom of me just giving no shits about things I'm not interested in, but I mean, I should be able to pay attention in these moments, especially, you know, if it results in me killing myself because I killed someone right in front of me and he explodes, right? You guys are about to experience an absolute pro gamer move. Check this out. Oh god. 2 chasing me. Boom. I lob myself up to him and I die. In my defense, I thought, you know, the 900 IQ strat there was I put the bounce pad behind me so they can't chase, but alas, it did not work as intended. In fact, I think I made my death easier for them. My turret putting in work. It's always a toss-up between that and healing. I enjoy the heals, and I enjoy getting healed. But a lot of times, because I'm solo queuing, everybody's so far apart that they just don't come to me for heals anyway, so I thought, you know, screw it. I'll just throw a turret down and rock the CPR machine. Ah, failing to jump twice. Good job, editor me. Lob and the miss. Wow. Failed 2 jumps and I airballed the cash out. Great. This is the type of FPS talent that I strive for on a daily basis. If you guys are starting to notice some jarring cuts, it's because this game It's a little different from Apex, where it's not just me going from team fight to team fight. There's an objective, and I think part of the story of the game that you're trying to tell, it's trying to balance out like me randomly showing you guys when I get kills, but also, the cash out, seeing how I'm progressing, through the objective. And I think that's really important. And it's not inherent to kills as much as it is something like Apex. In this game, they're two distinct things, right? The objective and kills. So I'm trying to mix up the editing so you guys have an understanding of the flow of the game, especially, how I'm playing it, when I'm doing well, when I'm not, in terms of, the objective. Also, like, keeping my deaths in here keeps me honest. Number one, it keeps me honest. Number two, it's slightly morbid, but I kind of like watching it, just seeing me die and seeing, how I may improve in the future or not, if I keep making the same mistakes. But there's some placid joy watching my character die over and over. Alright, this is game number 2. Hopefully it gets better. I had some decent kills in the first game, but unfortunately to no dubskis, so let's see how this one goes. Oh my gosh, the heavy doing the Hulk smash right there, I don't think I've seen that particular animation until that point. Genuinely freaked me out. If I added the audio I had in that moment, I think I actually yelled more than I did ever playing like Lethal Company or something, which is another game that I've really been playing recently and I've been enjoying. Kind of a group of friends that I play with and friends of friends, etc. But yeah, it's a really solid game. But that being said, it's one of those games where I can't really lo-fi. And then, like, how are you gonna lo-fi Lethal Company, right? Like, do I just shriek, but like softly? I don't think that really works. And I don't think the lo-fi music really helps in the backdrop of Lethal Company, because unless you use it sub-ironically, simply because the entire point is the thriller aspect, right? And a lot of it's the ambiance. And wow, I just got absolutely yeeted there. I think in this entire sequence, I had more trouble hitting a target that was completely still than moving. Like, look, beam that guy, but absolutely got screwed over hitting that guy who's trying to res his teammate before. I don't really look at his body for BM, I promise. It just happened to be me looking down. I feel like, just being able to traverse these balconies and seeing the buildings start to explode, like, it's amazing to experience as a video game. And what's great, it's free to play too, so I'm sure they're getting their money's worth, though. I see so many people with gorgeous cosmetics, or really fugly cosmetics, but, it's their money, not mine. If they want to dress up like a gimp ballerina, who am I to deprive them of that joy? Hipfire Mania. I don't know why I'm not ADSing as much. Is that another Dead Go Boom? Yeah. And I still can't read. Wonderful. Alright, unfortunately we got knocked out first try, but third time's the charm, hopefully. I'm pretty sure I slotted in a dub in one of these 3 tournament games. If I didn't, Editor Soshin failed absolutely miserably, so that's me, by the way. I'm not BMing. I don't have the capital to pay someone. Watch this. I miss the Kobe, which is fine, but then my dude misses with his life. I think it's more egregious that he missed the jump than me missing the throw. But that's just me. Wow, I didn't even res him. Damn, I didn't realize what a horde teammate I was until then. This is really funny. They don't really see me, so I start lacing. I honestly hate the moving platform of a cash out. It just gets so annoying to contest. To contest and defend, everyone's having a bad time. Nobody likes this. It's like long weddings. Besides the individuals getting wed, which again, it's your special day, you're never gonna complain in person. But that being said, like an hour ceremony can be kind of ridiculous. I think I went to a 2-hour ceremony before and I thought I was going to die. Okay. Decent mechanics, hopefully. Again, a lot of hip firing. It's not even if... Yeah, like, that's a little better. You know, I definitely trust my ADS. I just don't know why I don't full commit. I actually do have that one complaint in this video game, though. It's the fact that I can't change my crosshair. Or just, sorry, the iron sight. I don't care if I can't scope in, like, they don't need to give me a 2x, 3x sight. But I just hate the semicircle on the AK. I like the gun, but it's just so ugly. Like, I'd rather have a line, you know, come out from it, or something more triangular or square. I just hate the semicircle. Oh man, this is brutal. Okay. Oh, I think I just tossed this scene in there, not because it was a cool kill or anything. It was just to show you guys how high I can jump in low grav. It was kind of dope to watch, not gonna lie. Nice. Easy qual. Alright, let's see if this is the one. I definitely should mix it up from the AK, but it's just a gun that I fell in love with or feel most comfortable. Also, I rezzed him in the middle of the fight like that. I don't know if that's if I should be doing that. If I should be giving CPR in the middle of a fight to a teammate, but I always figured having a meat shield is better than not. If that meat shield can shoot back, you know, why not? That was pitiful. I think I whiffed the first 2 shots getting those giant square things out, so that would have been a bad Kovac score on Tiles Frenzy. Acted more often than not with fall damage, and I mean, you saw me jump off. Apparently that's a real thing, and the reason why it occurs, again, this is an article I read. I'm sure there's no real science behind it, but the way they explained it was that your brain is misinterpreting the warning signals of you being at a high height, and that's saying, yo, get down from there, but it sort of reads get down from there into get down from there as fast as possible, which seemingly correlates with the urge to wanting just to jump off, right? And people don't believe me that I have that feeling. I go, bro, if you take me to the 3rd floor of a mall, you know, I'll, I guess, do something like that. Oh my god. I mean, if he wanted to report me for that, I really couldn't blame him. Because I certainly would. Not actually, but I'd be feeling a little tilted, you know. We're both walking, there's no fight, and he just turns around and throws a bombshell at me, and the bridge just gives out and we both die. Like, that's a pretty big throw, not gonna lie. See, that's a pretty cute skin. It's like a whiter Donnie Darko with some ballet themes to it. That is to say, it's just a white bunny costume with a tutu, but I like making a Donnie Darko reference when I can. It's an underrated movie. Well, actually, it went from underrated to being vastly overrated because of the cult following. And yeah, we called again, final round. Facing off against the One Piece guys, as you see their names were Buggy and Blackbeard. I solo queue a lot, so I don't mind it. I genuinely enjoy having me time and hanging out with myself. As an introvert, it's one of the few joys in life. However, the one thing that I do wish was if I have a consistent squad to play with to have matching names. The One Piece ones, they're, like the Buggy Blackbeard, But I think it would be dope to have, I don't know, it could be some type of anime, it could be some type of sport, it could be some memes, but having a trio all with the same motif, that's pretty baller. I actually didn't know that reloading my gun made me drop it, so I do remember, because if you guys are noticing, I'm not cutting as much for this one. It is the final tournament round, so I kind of wanted more of a crescendo of the video, for us to really feel like we were building up to something. And for this, it's a dubski. Hopefully. And I mentioned it before, but I record like my entire session of playing. And I genuinely forgot if I get a win here. So this is going to be a surprise for you and me. In an FPS game, there's nothing more terrifying seeing two people swing the door you had no idea they were coming out of. And I've been playing a lot of horror games recently, again, Lethal Company and such, but I don't care about a Bracken or the Mimic or the Skinwalker mod. None of them compare to an FPS game where two people swing a corner and screw your shit. And yeah, again, this is just me. I just rotate the wrecking ball, and that's how I like playing games, as brain dead as possible. Unless I'm making content, I need a show out for you guys. As I say that, I just die. I don't think they get it. Nice. And ending off the video with a nice little dubski. Didn't top frag for the final round, but your boy's been putting in work. Look at that. Damn, with the Nintendo DS symbol, that's extra BM. And yeah, thanks a lot for hanging out with your boy and making it through another video. See you guys later.